Does a two-channel receiver sound better than a multi-channel receiver? Well, that's a reasonable question. And it comes from David in Andover, Massachusetts. David writes to me, he says, "Hey, Paul, is it just my imagination, right? Is it just my imagination, or do two-channel receivers overall sound better than their multi-channel home theater counterparts?" In my case, I have two Onkyo, one's a two-channel, and one's a 7.2 channel that are both about the same price range. For some reason, the two-channel receiver appears to my ears to sound better. Am I imagining this, or are my ears telling me a mistruth or a truth? Well, I have never played with your Onkyo receivers, and so I can only guess as to what the answer is. But my guess, yeah, I'll bet it probably does. So imagine if you're a manufacturer of a consumer audio product, and not like the stuff that we make, which is high-end. I mean, Onkyo's, yeah, okay, don't take anything personal. Onkyo's fine gear, but it's not high-end, okay? So if you're a mass market consumer audio product designer or company, and you want to build a box, a coffee cup, whatever you want to build, and each one's going to sell for the same price, and in one you're going to have to jam, you see where I'm going with this. If in one you got to jam seven channels of amplification and all the surround sound processing and all of the, oh my goodness, the DACs and everything that goes into a surround processor. I mean, look, there are very few products today that are as complicated and as extensive as a surround processor receiver. I mean, you've got multiple channel amps, as I said, and surround chips, DACs, switching. So to cram all that in for the same price as two channels, well, it's likely that the two channel has to stand on its own against other two channels. And so my guess is they put the appropriate amount of money to make that two-channel amplifier sound as good as it does, and I'll bet it sounds pretty good. So yeah, I'm going to guess here's an instance where you need to trust your ears. Rant. Okay, ready? Here's Paul's rant. Why do we struggle so often to trust our senses? If our senses tell us that something, like this, there's nothing in here, thank goodness, but or that's really good, I trust my senses, you trust your senses. But when it comes to hearing, sometimes I think our brains get a little too active and forget that it's all about what we hear. So if it sounds better to you, it probably is. But technically, that's likely why. All right, thanks for the question. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.